Isn't that beautiful? Time for me to make some cinnamon rolls. Yeah. You want some cinnamon rolls, honey?
Oh, cinnamon rolls. Nom, 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 nom.
Some are calling it Snowmageddon. I'm calling it Armageddon. Getting going on cinnamon rolls, y'all. Super easy recipe. This is a versatile recipe. I use this recipe for everything from bread rolls to cinnamon rolls and pizza crust and more. 2 cups, really warm water. I don't temp it. It's a little warmer than you would want to put the baby in, but no, very warm water. Not boiling. Do that, because this is what activates our yeast. 2/3 cup of sugar. We're going to use more sugar later on in the recipe. For the dough, 2/3 cup sugar. Most complicated part of the recipe is getting the measuring spoons off the alcove hook. Tablespoon and a half, more or less, of yeast. We're going to let that sit until it's frothy. About 5 minutes. So while that's going, I'm going to drop in some footage from around here of our beautiful, beautiful place. Isn't that beautiful? Hello, little Fiona. Hello, little Fiona. What you doing? What's happening?
I was hoping to be able to get to the Go Girls, but it's dead already. So, that stuff really
How long has that one been down?
That stuff really got wet.
On the fence? Yeah.
That's been there forever, ever since we've been here.
Has it?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that stuff really got wet now.
What a postcard. Here comes that wind. Man, it is going to freeze over tonight. It's going to be a royal mess. But it sure is pretty. Time for me to make some cinnamon rolls. Yeah. You want some cinnamon rolls, honey?
Oh, cinnamon rolls. Nom, 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 nom.
Isn't that just beautiful out there? Alright, so it's nice and foamy and happy. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of oil. And 6 cups of flour. And somebody out there among you right now is having a conniption fit because I just put all 6 cups into my bowl. Relax, Bunky. And I'm going to preheat my oven to the lowest heat setting, which is 175. I'm not going to let it get all the way up there. But I am going to get the oven warm. I'll be jiggered, all 6 cups, and it's doing just fine. Joel is out there right now. I had gifted him back in Colorado a snowblower. Not a big fancy one. I think it's a rechargeable battery operated thing. We hauled it across the country. He said, we're going down south, we're not going to need it. And I said, take it. We're going to need it. He was real happy to have that today. So he's out there knocking the snow off of the tarps that are covering the coops and the goat enclosure, and he's going to cut a path in the snow all around the enclosures so that when all of this melts off, the animals stay relatively dry. We checked on our neighbor, and she's doing just fine. She's in her bliss. She's been sewing all day. She has a lot of talent, that one. Voila! Just like that. I'm just going to cover this with a damp towel. And pop it in my nice warm oven until it's about doubled in size. Cheer. It's about 100 degrees in there, in the oven. Okay, I'll bring you back in a little bit. That was about perfect timing. Joel just came back in from doing all the snow stuff. Thank you, Joel.
Welcome!
Peanut gallery. So it's risen. Now it's time to get to work on these beauties. Nama.
Wait, what are you doing? What's risen?
I'm making you some cinnamon rolls.
Oh! They don't look like rolls right now.
If you're going to be in here, could you do something of use for me? Up in here? Get that one out for me. Pretty please. Actually, I wonder if it should be that biggest one.
Okay, bigger's better. That means more.
Yeah, I think the bigger. I'm just flouring my surface. And I'm going to dump this happy dough.
Okay, I'm out of your kitchen.
Thank you, honey. You're wonderful. Now, by design and on purpose, I deliberately make this dough a little bit wetter than if I was going to be making bread. It just makes for a nicer cinnamon roll. Yeehaw!
Are they done yet?
We're not done yet, honey. Almost. Almost is a subjective term. Put a little light on the subject. That's a little better, isn't it? So I'm just going to hand knead this for a little bit until it feels like it should. That actually feels very good. Roll my rolling pin through some flour. Get her rolled out. And this recipe that I use will yield between 12 and 14 really good sized cinnamon rolls. It's something relatively fast and super inexpensive to do. For a lot of people, if you're having somebody over, maybe if you're having folks over for Sunday brunch or whatever. So I'm going to run it through. So grab your pen and your paper, and I'm going to give you the recipe. 2 cups very warm water. A little bit warmer than you would put the baby in, okay? 2/3 cup granulated sugar, 1/4 cup oil, 6 cups flour, and you can use bread or you can use all-purpose, whatever you have on hand, and 1.5 tablespoons of yeast. Make sure your water, your yeast, and your sugar all gets happy and frothy. Then add your oil and your flour. Okay, then you mix in your flour. Then you put it in a nice warm spot until it's doubled in size. Pull it out, roll it out, put your fillings in it, cut them up, put them in a pan. Ta-da!
Are they done?
They're not done yet.
Oh. You said ta-da, so I thought they were done.
I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to get to filling these. Now you can use real butter if that's what you want to do. You can use margarine, but you're going to spread it all over the dough, all over it. Since it was spur of the moment for me to decide to do this today, I'm just using margarine. Otherwise, I'd have to go all the way through the snow and out to the shop to get some more butter. It was funny. Joel and I were talking earlier where we used to live. If you didn't have your snow shoveled and cleared off within 24 hours of the snow ending, you would get fined very heavily. And yes, there were people who lived in the area who made it a career choice to go find people who hadn't shoveled yet, trip and fall, and then sue them. Big money in Colorado. No wonder everybody's insurance rates are through the roof. Anyway, we got up this morning and looked at how much it had snowed. We got more than they thought we would get. Yay. And Joel says, well, I guess I'm going to bust out the snowblower and go out there and shovel. A few hours went by. A few more hours went by. He finally, because he got bored and tired of sitting in the house, went out and cut paths. Not because he had to, not because anybody was threatening him. It's kind of nice living in an area where you do what you want when you want. Nobody is holding an anvil over our heads. It's nice. So I'm adding brown sugar here. Sometimes I add nuts, sometimes I don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Today, I don't. This is only step one, guys. A lot more of the good stuff coming. Num num. Guys, it's not a Picasso. Just get it on there. Relatively even. Don't sweat it if it looks a little messy. That's okay. That's part of the fun of a good sticky cinnamon roll. Num. And a mixture of cinnamon and sugar. And I keep a jug of it mixed up. I always keep this on hand. And I'm very liberal with it. You want to keep it about a half an inch away from the edge of the dough, just so you can get a good seal on it. I wish we had smell-o-vision because this smells amazing. Starting on the long side, I'm going to start rolling this baby up. I use a bench scraper just to kind of help things along. Keep it from tearing and whatnot. It's absolutely beautiful, but I tell you what, it is a very heavy snow. I'm surprised that we haven't lost our power yet. But when this starts melting off, it's going to get heavier, and tonight it's going to ice up. We're hoping to be able to make it to town on Sunday. That's a bit iffy at this point. The state of Arkansas said that they hoped to have a lane in each direction open by the end of the day today, so we hope so. Guys, you know, no matter where you are, no matter what's going on, if you see your road crew out there working in this kind of weather, be kind. They don't have the luxury of sitting at home and making cinnamon rolls and watching YouTube. All right, now we're just going to cut them into sections. I always make sure that Joel gets the ones that are in the middle, because they're the best ones. Now I'm just going to put them in my lightly greased Pyrex pan. Standing them up like this. And I'm leaving about a ½ inch of space in between them. Ooh, doggies. Alright, I'm just going to pop them in the still kind of warm oven and let them rise again until they're double in size. I'll be back with you in a little bit. Okay, so they did their second rise, and they've been in the oven for about 15 minutes, and I'm going to pull them out now. Oh, y'all. Here, come over here where you can see this. Come on. Oh my mercy. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave the oven cracked open a little bit. No point wasting all that heat. We've already paid for it once. Might as well use it. So I'm gonna let these cool off for just a few minutes.
They're done!
They're cooling off.
Oh, man.
I made a simple glaze. This is powdered sugar, a little bit of cream, and a little bit of cinnamon. Let's mix it up. Nothing too fancy, but oh, is it going to taste good. But these need to cool off for a few minutes before I put the glaze on them. And then I'm going to make Joel's day. Okay, last up, we're going to put the glaze on these. I got this guy right here. They are done.
How about now?
In a minute. Just relax your ho-hos.
How about now?
Relax your ho-hos.
Ooey gooey goodness.
It doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. On a snowy day, when you've been out busting your butt.
I think there should be more.
More.
Ooey gooey goodness.
Heavy sigh. I'm doing the best I can, Captain. It just, oh man.
Oh, wow.
Why don't you grab
Look
your
at
little
those.
plate up there?
Okay.
Oh, solo mio.
Belly up to the bar.
The proof, as they say, is in the pudding. Pudding. Put your plate over here. You get the best looking buns, babe.
I got you, babe. Oh, just one will do, because we got potato soup in there. That, holy cow!
Yipes. Let me grab you a fork.
Can I have a fork, please?
You can have a fork.
Okay, thank you.
Put it back, 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 put it back.
Okay. Thank you. What the? Fine.
Look at all that.
arms. Hang on.
You gonna put that whole thing in your face?
Sorry, excuse me.
Don't die to death. Is that making your back feel better?
Miraculously, yes. Those are good. Oh, man, those are good. Nom.
That's a wrap on this edition of Snowmageddon Nothing. I'm a getting me a cinnamon roll. See what I did there? Okay, you guys. God bless you. Keep looking up. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Do that often. Keep that attitude of gratitude. Find the joy in everything. And we will catch you on the flip. See ya.
See ya.